Nerf Blazefire review. If this blaster looks familiar, it is essentially a Nerf Crossfire bow without the bow arms and the bow string. But just for clarification, I'll give it a regular review for you. This is a front loader. It has 4 barrels up here. To operate, you pull back and then pull the trigger, and that's it. Included is the blaster itself for elite darts and the instructions. In more detail, I'll go over the externals. Up front, again, are the 4 barrels. You load them in. It does have a smart air restrictor, so if you only load one dart, regardless of where you put it, it'll fire it. Down here is a sling attachment point. Up here is an iron sight, which doesn't correspond with the rear iron sight. If you want to make the argument, that ring is the female and that's the male for the sight, that is an awesome sight radius. Way to go, Hasbro. The geometry, the precision, I dig it. 1 centimeter sight radius. 1,000 meters, bro. Nerf combos reference. Anyways, up top, an in-strike tactical rail for optics or whatever. Down below, it is worth noting there are no rails, even though they clearly have space for it. Lay bummer. And then moving back, this orange thing is the priming handle. To prime, you pull back and it stays in the rear position. And now you're primed, you pull the trigger and that moves forward. Prime weight is pretty light. It's also pretty smooth, as expected. The trigger pull is as expected. It's pretty ordinary. Then down below, the handle is a little bit cramped, but overall it is pretty comfortable. And in the lower part of the grip, of course, a lanyard mount or a rear sling mount. And then up here is an in-strike tactical stock attachment point, allowing you to attach stocks or whatever, but this blaster does not come with any rear attachment pieces. That is it for the externals. So again, to load, you just front load, you put darts in there, you pull it back and you pull the trigger. Very easy. If my memory serves, it is firing similar to the Crossfire bow. No wonder, because it's the same freaking gun with a different paint job. Woo! I haven't opened it, but I would assume the internals are identical. Hasbro didn't even change the mold of up here. It still has the little string mount for the elastic cord of the Crossfire bow. And if memory serves, that attachment rack right there is for bow arms. But no bow arms are included because it's not a bow, it's just a regular blaster. So overall opinion of the blaster, mechanically everything works exactly as expected. I didn't have any jams, it's smooth to operate, but the performance is definitely on the lower end, and it's only a 4-dart blaster that's oversized given its capacity and power. If you're interested in something of this size, I'd recommend looking into a rough cut. You have better capacity, slam, fire, and pump action, which is a whole lot faster. Granted, you don't have the tactical stock attachment point, and it's not as unique as the top-loading sort of awkward looking gun like this. It mechanically works fine. The performance is a little lower, of course, but I don't think you'd buy a blaster like this trying to wreck zombies or trying to wreck other people. It's definitely sort of just a fun screw around plinking blaster. But it is worth noting that the cool sonic red paint job is pretty cool. It is a somewhat transparent plastic here, so you can see the internals, and it is pretty neat. So mixed opinion, it is a cool looking shell. Wouldn't recommend it to any performance guys. So that is the review of the Crossfire bow. Oh, this is a Blazefire, whatever. You got me, Hasbro, you got me. Yep, so that is just a reshell, just to confirm, little video just to confirm that. Crossfire bow without the bow arms with a, in my opinion, a cooler looking shell. So if that's your style, go for it. It is advertised as a Toys R Us exclusive, so I'll post a link in the description box to where you can purchase it. Again, if you're trying to buy it in person, don't look for it in a Target. It is a Toys R Us exclusive. That's the review of the Nerf Blazefire. Thanks for watching.